First headlines. Chief Minister Biren once again warns of stern legal action against encroachers of reserve forests and those involved in poppy plantations. Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan says helping mankind is next to godliness on International Nurses' Day observance. One sent to 15-day judicial remand for illicit trafficking through social media, 2 women rescued. And Manipur logs 3 new COVID-19 cases and 0 deaths, while India records 2,827 new COVID-19 cases and 24 deaths in the last 24 hours. Hello and welcome to ELITETV. You're watching the Primetime English News Bulletin. I am Sanatombi with the latest news and updates. Now, before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face mask when out in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now, the news in detail. Chief Minister Nongthongban Biren Singh today made it clear that the government is not against setting up villages on your own land in hills except on reserve and protected forest areas. Chief Minister also warned of taking stern action against any person under suspension of operation found involved in poppy plantation. And Biren made a statement at media briefing held at the Chief Minister's Secretariat on occasion of Joint Tribe Council and Joint Tribe Students Association submitting declaration supporting the state government's war on drugs campaign by declaring drug and poppy free zone on behalf of the 4 cognate tribes of Inpui, Liangmai, Rongmei and Jemi. Chairman of Hills Area Committee Dinganglung Gangmei, Tamanglong MLA Jamhanlung Panmei and representatives of the 2 groups were present. Chief Minister and Biren appreciated the Joint Tribe Council and Joint Tribe Students Association for giving support to the government, particularly in its fight against drugs. He appealed to all those indulged in drugs-related activities to stop it and come out in support of the war on drugs campaign. The Chief Minister also informed a meeting of officials concerned from different departments, including forest and police, about the encroachment of land at reserve forests and protected forest areas of the state.
Reserve forest ki meaning ju khangdaba nainana bu ju honadaba aduga protected forest ji karino madugi nainana bu ju honadaba moina loina pairaba moina loina ngamba moigi makhada khudingmak leibadamna khanjaba khara yorokko aduna ngarang ai strict instruction pigre all the therefore district forest officers in the moina puriba lam area singudeda even protected forest area gi manungda u pambi am kakpayade u pambi am kakpam adamda in written da therefore the permission logudam.
General Secretary of JTC Dr. Aku said the decision to stand against illegal drugs and poppy plantations was taken after consultation of all stakeholders. He maintained that the council will not allow poppy plantation in its jurisdiction and anyone found disrespecting the decision will be punished accordingly. He appealed to all communities of the state to join hands and stand together to uproot drug menace from the state.
Sigumba period logno haraga koisu study tawi church na su kanna program hakali adugumba thingningai haina aduga khungi authority singna su kanna pakali aduga family na su mapa mama na su kanna hona jabne adugo hana ngamdaba phibam da su lakne adugo hojekti government side da su kanna laurakpa aduna organization singna su laurakpa adu tawrakpunina soidana mai pakne asigi war gi mathangda aikoisi soidana mai pakne abisi ai laujai karigino haraga government aikoi bu back tore CSO leire church leire aduga family mapa mama sing leire akoi pulle haraga put samnare haraga hauragunina Manipur si drugs free zone waigani free state waigani habisi aisi thajabalai.
International Nurses Day was today observed in Manipur state as done in other parts of the world with passion and conviction. The day is observed under the theme Nurses, a Voice to Lead, Invest in Nursing and Respect Rights to Secure Global Health this year. Attending at the observance held at the Indian Medical Association Hall, Lamphilpat, Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Sapam Ranjan, has stated that helping mankind is next to godliness. Director of Health Services, Dr. K. Rajo, Principal of College of Nursing, Dr. N. Surbala, and many others attended the occasion. Addressing the gathering, Dr. Sapam Ranjan said one must respect and dignify those in nursing profession for their supreme sacrifice in healthcare sector. The day is being observed in honor of the role Florence Nightingale played in helping injured soldiers during Crimean War in the 19th century. He urged the nurses community to emulate the sacrifice made by her. Dr. Sapam Ranjan also appreciated the contribution of nurses as important frontline health workers during COVID pandemic.
Show that the health of our state, health of every individual of our state is taken care of. Madam, the tertiary care is a lady, where it can be taken care of. These issues may have if they all come to RIMS or Jennings, the Jennings is that very meaning of tertiary care. All RIMS are very meaning of tertiary care. I don't know, ising can know money. Hosicari the Matano, Infal, Manung Jida, Nung kinds of why is it getting flooded? Chamani sees the man the Chinglum, the Ukatharapa. Nung legislative ising head lak ga char lak du chap mane so suddenly ising me lak flood control to do chap mane. It is at those periphery. If we have a robust health system, that then we can make sure that
Raj's Majesty celebrated a day commemorating the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale, pioneer of modern nursing, at a multipurpose hall of the hospital at North AOC. The chairman and managing director, Hobijam Rajan, medical superintendent Dr. A. Botombi, senior consultant, general surgery of Raj's Majesty, and nurses community attended the solemn function. Speaking on the occasion, Hobijam Rajan highlighted the role of nursing in patient care system. He also stated that COVID-19 pandemic is a stark reminder of the vital role nurses play, and resilience shown by nursing community in every challenging situation is commendable. Salin Digital also observed the International Nurses Day under the theme Nurses, a Voice to Lead, Invest in Nursing and Respect Rights to Secure Global Health at Horizon Hospital, Porompat. Longjam Revika, sister in charge of Horizon Hospital, was honored with a soul and a citation on the occasion. Speaking on the occasion, producer of Salin Digital, Fanjobom Lanajit, said, as per the decision of the International Council of Nurses, International Nurses Day has been observed on May 12 since 1965. Service rendered by nurses to humankind, especially during COVID pandemic, should always be remembered. KSH James Singh, FPO, and A. Santi Sharma, RO of Salin Digital, were also present on the occasion.
Staff center tainabagi muhutta leiriba unit akogi hospital ki MD khangde chairman khande everything mahaki थौपुब ngamba haijaba tai maduda tanabiraga nungaitabdu karino haibasima ngasigi asugulba international nurses de ga mari leinana tohaninge adu natabida akoi hospital da tainaba staff sing da tainaba kaidoba mamang da koi mayam thengna khre adu kanagi negligence no haibadi da koi na haiba ngamde adu di thijillaga logi matung da dum dandi phangadabani aina lalamaga su ai san dandi phangadabani adu maina akoi wakhan taminaraga akoi gi khana chainaba yaudana yamna patient sing chena su thajaba thamiba doctor sing da nurses sing da makoi na su madu manghan bidaba aduna akoi punna jointly sumaina chaminaragadi yamna afaba amu oigani haina khale asumai.
A person has been remanded into judicial custody today for 15 days by a court for Immoral Trafficking Prevention Act 1956 and 67A IT Act. He has been identified as Bikas Irom, aged 27, son of Irom Ragumani of Patsoi Part 2, Mayailegai. He was found using a fake account on social media to lure potential clients for sexual activities. In the course of the investigation, Patsoi Police Station arrested the accused person and handed over to Women Police Station in Far West. He admitted to have committed a crime. Two women whom the accused enticed in Flay Street have also been rescued and sent to one-stop center, Lamsang, and produced before the District Protection Officer in Far West for rehabilitation. Efforts are being made to rescue and rehabilitate more victims, if any. Time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Lakliva session English and Manipuri Brilliant School gi Class 11 Science and Arts ki admission May gitang anida ke hausargani. Manipur da ahanbo in school in class 10 exam haidok trimida Ming Chanbiba Mahiri Singidamakta Submitagi Lopalising Nipanda Ming Chanbagi Kudong Chaba Pisari. HSC exam mai Pakan Bangamlaba extra tuition amadi coaching gi Mathau Tadraba campus manung the Nupa Nupigi Tongan hostels lateraba transport facility Matik Chana lateraba Loina meritorious students singda scholarship pibagi khudong chabasu leraba Brilliant School Malum Tulihil Makhale kai nasimag admission tawbinaba khanganjari. Admission open Apollo Academy da Posem amadi CBSE na lawba class 11 amadi 12 science ki admission hosere subject offer na physics chemistry biology mathematics English maitai mayek amadi home science ni class na nutil pung mari ga minute 15 dagi taret makai fawba May 8 dagi hosere loina na common universities entrance test CUET 2022 ki admission shu hosere class na May 8 dagi hosere class 12 pass amadi appearing students na class asigi khudong jaba lawi ho loina nu pa macha amadi Macha Sintagi Oiba, Tongan Ba Hostel Facilities Exeri, Akupamarol Gidamal 8258013846 Natraga, Apollo Academy Kwakatal Nyar Amuko Office.
Iram Damasidasu, Anovoina, world class machine Sizinaduna, 20 steps refining eye testing facility Fanganjari. Leo, Lamlong Excellency Opticals, Kurai Lamlong Bazaar, Tinchit Road, Imphal East.
Adom Kudong Saba asi Pijari. Adom gimit lemna test taujari amasung adom gi chanaba chunaba lens sing amadi frame singda chada kunfawgi discount pijari. Leo Lamlong Excellency Opticals Kurai Lamlong Bazaar Tinchit Road Imphal East.
Welcome back. Now more news and updates. A combined team of Thawal District Police Commando and Thawal Police under the supervision of Jogesendra Hawijam, SP Thawal, today arrested one vehicle lifter who managed to escape earlier. The arrested person has been identified as one Ayaz Khan, alias AAK, aged about 51, son of late Najimuddin of Muijing, Wangmataba, Makhalekai. Police said Ayaz Khan had earlier managed to escape from his house during a police raid as part of anti-vehicle theft drive. During the search operation, police had recovered one black Swiss 125 without registration number, one black KTM RC bike with green panel without registration number, one Honda Dio blue in color bearing registration number MN04B6725, and one partly disassembled Activa gray in color without registration number from the raid. Locals of Thoubal Moiching, which is just 3 kilometers from Thoubal district headquarters, have not been getting potable water for long. Addressing a press meet held at the Panchayat Ghar, Moiching Kangjebung Khongnang Makong, ward member of Thoubal Moiching Gram Panchayat Jula, lamented that repeated appeals to all concerns, including local MLA, for making drinking water available in Moiching areas have fallen into deaf ears. Water pipes were long buried for water supply, and locals felt happy, but it turns out to be a futile wait. Ward member therefore once again drew the attention of the authority concerned to swiftly act and make drinking water available in the area.
Primary health center hana lerambada mafam chade hana thugairaga wang mataba moijing wang mataba da sabani masi loisan bitadana hojik hojik si moijing panchayat ghar da akhogi Doctor Singh Lalaga Angang Nubi, Marmaka Kapaki Tabaki, Hajimak Sathari, Aduga Mujin Kulda, Veterinary Office Late, Masina Sasan, Airpada, Akogi Atu Agai Yang Nangde, Aduga Lambi, Kolas Hagani Haidana, Lambi Kara, Paka Loksalaga, Kalas Hadran Lady Matam Sange, Maram Masina, Lekai Tarada, Tara Laiba, Mujin Kulasida. Parda Singh Mot Sindaraga, ward member I call Mari Lava Mu Sinda, Haizen in Badi, High Riba, Lady Riba, Thanga Basin, Pangdaba, Primary Health Settergi, Veterinary, Lambi Thungi, High Riba, Walla Passi, Mari Lava Sina, Yingsin Birakan.
A team of All Manipur United Clubs organization Amuko, led by its president and general secretary, today visited a family of Muhammad Rahmatullah and his son Muhammad Jakaria, who died in an inferno occurred on May 8 at Lilong Longmanga. The team also extended monetary support and donated some daily essential goods. Amuko also pledged to help the children of the family in their upbringing. Around 18 associations of workers of quarry, stone crusher and transport today form a group called Joint Committee Manipur. Speaking to media at a place in Patoi, advisor of the newly committee, Warokpam Jitain, said laborers who once worked at different quarries, stone crushers and transportation are reeling under immense hardships following government's ban on quarry and subsequently seized all vehicles. He warned of initiating strong agitation if government fails to give them an alternative or make them resume their work at the earliest. An online lecture on legal aspects for troops was organized today by 44 Assam Rifles under the aegis of 22 Sector IGAR East at Tamenglong. The troops were addressed by Vishnu Devnath, retired district and session judge presently working at NE Mitra, and Dr. Siddhartha Sankar Sharma, Secretary, District Legal Services Authority, Kasar. The troops were appraised about the privileges and safeguards provided to them in the judiciary system. Later, a live interactive session with troops was organized and legal advice was provided to them. Speaking on the occasion, Commandant of 44 Assam Rifles thanked the guest speakers for having delivered lecture on very important aspects of every soldier's life. He said that troops of the battalion are more learned and knowledgeable on legal aspects now. It will enable the troops to shield themselves legally from personal and professional legal issues in future. Time for a short commercial break. Once again, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Seasonaview Yai Lifestyle Private Limited की food supplement registered under the MCA Ministry of Corporate Affairs हारिबा मखल असिगी product मंगादगी कानबा फंगबिगनी मदुदी अहानबदा Perfect Plus urinary tract infection disease kayadagi ngakthokpa ngami, control glucose levels in blood, improve immunity, antioxidant, liver disease amadi liver sokhanbadagi ngakthoi, remove toxins haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa lok lahau toina toganbadasu fali. Ani subada Perfect Glow uring amadi mahing fahanba, acne scar fahanba, mai nanthokhanba, skin nganthokhanba, kuchuk men thokhali mai khwihande. Hum subada Perfect Ionic Mineral, diabetes, BP wangba, asthma, khwang naba, saru sonba, haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa, tumbayadaba, piles, arthritis, ising mari nungaitaba, anti-aging, khongya saba, puramak fahali. Mari subada Perfect Active Brain na tumba yadaba fahali, kok ngawba, wakal pothahanba, tumba yadaba, memory booster, tension handhanba, amusung mga subada. Perfect woman care na urinary tract infection, premenstrual syndrome, angang khawdanaba, thagi khongkap chang naidaba, fingaw ka hena chatpa, vaginal infection kaya da fahanba ngami. Home delivery gi khudong sabasu phongbigani. Hena kupamarol gidama khwegi contact number 8413968314 da contact tobiu.
Welcome back. Now moving on in the bulletin. The Union Ministry of Law and Justice today announced Rajiv Kumar, the current election commissioner, will take over as the next Chief Election Commissioner, CEC, from May 15. Kumar will take charge from CEC Sushil Chandra, who is due to retire. In pursuance of Clause 2 of Article 324 of the Constitution, the President is pleased to appoint Sri Rajiv Kumar as the Chief Election Commissioner with effect from May 15, 2022. My best wishes to Sri Rajiv Kumar, said Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju. Kumar took charge as Election Commissioner of the Election Commission of India, ECI, on September 1, 2020. Prior to assuming charge in the Election Commission, Kumar had been the chairman of the Public Enterprises Selection Board. He joined as the PESP chairman in April 2020. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the second Global COVID Virtual Summit this evening at the invitation of the US President Joseph Biden. The summit intends to galvanize new actions to address the continued challenges of the COVID pandemic and build a stronger global health security architecture. Our correspondent reports that Secretary General of the United Nations, Director General of World Health Organization, and other dignitaries will also participate in the summit. Prime Minister Modi will deliver his address in the opening session of the summit on the theme Preventing Pandemic Fatigue and Prioritizing Preparedness. Prime Minister Modi had also participated in the first Global COVID Virtual Summit hosted by President Biden in September last year. Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju criticized Congress leader Rahul Gandhi over his comment on sedition laws. In a series of tweets, Rijiju said, if there is one party that is antithesis of freedom, democracy and respect for institutions, it is the Indian National Congress. He said the party has always stood with forces that try to break the country and left no opportunity to divide India. The Law Minister pointed out that it was none other than Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru who brought in the First Amendment, and it was Syama Prasad Mukherjee and the Janasangh who opposed the measure aimed at curtailing freedom of expression. He said it was the Indira Gandhi government which made Section 124A a cognizable offence for the first time in India's history. The Law Minister said this happened in the new Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, which came into force in 1974. He asked whether Congress has checked its own past actions. He also said UPA government has a worse track record of filing sedition cases. Earlier in the day, senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi had opined that speaking truth is patriotism and not treason after the Supreme Court stayed sedition laws. Manipur state today recorded 3 new COVID-19 positive cases and 0 deaths. A total of 106 tests were done at different testing centers. Positivity rate of the day stood at 2.8%. While India recorded 2,827 new coronavirus infections in the last 24 hours, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4,31,13,413, while the active cases dipped to 19,067, according to the Union Health Ministry data updated. The death count climbed to 5,24,181, with 24 fresh fatalities, the data stated today. The active cases comprise 0.05% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate was at 98.74%, the ministry Manipuri said. A decrease of 427 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 caseload in a span of 24 hours. The daily positivity rate was recorded as 0.95% and the weekly positivity rate as 0.82% according to the ministry. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitetv.in or the phone number 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now the headlines once again. Chief Minister Biren once again warns of stern legal action against encroachers of reserve forests and those involved in poppy plantations. Health Minister Dr. Sabam Ranjan says helping mankind is next to godliness on International Nurses Day observance. One sent a 15-day judicial remand for illicit trafficking through social media, 2 women rescued. And Manipur logs 3 new COVID-19 cases and 0 date, while India records 2,827 new COVID-19 cases and 24 dates in the last 24 hours. Well, that's all we have on this edition of ELITETV English News. Thanks for watching ELITETV and have a great time.